Hi guys, I'm Alexis and today I'm going to be showing you how I got this Elsa inspired Halloween makeup look. So if you want to see how I got this look, please keep watching. So first you're going to want to moisturize and prime your face. Then I'm going in with the lightest foundation I have, which is a Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade 110 Porcelain. I'm just going to apply it all over my face and then blend it out. You don't have to use any of the products that I'm using in this video. I will list them all below if you want to know them, but pretty much anything that fits the categories you can use. So I'm just speeding this part up because, let's face it, it's boring. So you want to just pull it down your neck and on your shoulders, or as far as you would need to for your costume. And once you've painted your body and your face, you're going to take a damp beauty blender and just blend everything out so it's nice and smooth. Don't forget to hit your ears, on the bottom of your nose, and pull it right into your hairline. And you want to make sure that you cover your lips and your brows. Then I'm setting it using just like a regular setting powder. You can use translucent powder if you want. I found that the big brush was really powdery and a smaller brush worked better because it was denser. So whatever you want to do, it takes longer, but it works much better. Then I'm just taking a white face paint and I'm kind of highlighting wherever I would normally highlight using concealer. So I'm hitting under my eyes, my forehead, my nose, my eyelids, my lip, and my chin. And then I'm going to go in and kind of go over my eyebrows because I want them to be white. I'm not trying to hide them, I'm just trying to make them look like they're white. So you want to make sure that you blend out around the skin around your eyebrow. But make sure the eyebrow hairs get nice and white. Then I'm going in with a gray eyeshadow and I'm going to contour my face. This is just kind of like a foundation for our contour, so it doesn't have to be perfect or too strong, but I'm using the gray to make sure that what I put over it gets nice and deep. And then I'm using a thin, flat brush for the sides of my nose and to kind of like sharpen the cheekbones. Then I'm going in with this purple cream eyeshadow and I'm just going to apply it to my eyelids because Elsa wears purple eyeshadow. And then I'm taking that same gray shade and I'm just using a big fluffy brush to blend it into my crease. And because some of the purple got blended away, I'm going to apply with my finger the color back to my lid. Then I'm taking an eyelash primer and I'm just going to apply it to my brows, and I'm going to make sure to brush up because I want them to kind of look a little bit messy. Like I said, you want your eyebrows to look white, so apply as many coats as needed. Then I'm going in with this blue color and I'm just going over pretty much where I contoured. It's a little bit higher, but hitting the same exact places. Then I'm taking the brush and I'm kind of rounding out my cheeks a little bit, and it's going to look a little bit messy until we get to the end and it'll kind of all fall together. You want to hit your forehead. I'm taking my finger and I'm just applying a ton of blue eyeshadow as bright as I can get it right to the inner area of my eyes, and I'm blending out the bottom with my finger. Then I'm taking this brush that has nothing on it and I'm just blending. It's probably the most important thing about this look. You want to just make sure that you just keep blending. Blend till you can't blend no more. So I'm taking that same blue shade and I'm contouring my nose a little bit. Then I'm going in with a purple shade and I'm contouring right over all of my blue. On my nose, I kind of blend it out with my finger and push it down towards the sides of my nose. Then I'm taking that same purple and I'm going over my cheeks. So the first coat kind of looks like a deeper bluish gray, but once you do like 2 layers of it, it'll get more of a purpley effect. Then I'm going into a blush palette. You can use any pink, even if it's an eyeshadow, and I'm applying it just to the tip of my nose, and I'm blending it down on the sides of my nostrils, but I'm not using new product on my nostrils. This is just kind of to make you look like you're cold. Then I'm taking that same clean brush and I'm just blending. Blend, blend, blend. Then I'm taking a cream eyeshadow, which is a kind of burgundy color, and I'm applying it with my finger under my eyes. If you plan on using a powder eyeshadow, you probably won't need to use your finger, but because this is a cream and the Colourpop products work best with your finger, that's what I used. You're pretty much trying to look like you haven't slept in 10,000 years, and this is a look I'm quite familiar with because I wore it all through college. Then I'm going in with a blue Colourpop eyeshadow, and I'm just using an eyeliner brush and I'm kind of lining below my eyelid, and I'm going to like wing out the end. I don't know if that makes sense, but you'll see. Then I'm taking a white gel liner and I'm lining my waterline pretty roughly. It doesn't have to stay on your waterline, just as long as the area underneath your eye, between your eye and the blue is very white. Then I'm taking this little prismatic eyeshadow, and it's such a pretty kind of pearly color. I'm just applying it to the high points of my cheeks. You can use any highlighter to do this, but a more whitish pink tone would probably work best, as a gold would probably warm up your skin too much. Then I'm just taking the same blue and purple eyeshadows and I'm pulling them down my neck. I don't really have bones, so I kind of just faked to where they would be. And then I'm covering my lips using that same white paint, and you want to make them nice and opaque. Then I'm going back in with that blue eyeshadow and I'm just kind of hitting the center of my lips, like right under my cupid's bow and right in the middle of my bottom lip, and then blending it out with a clean finger. I tried to use the brush at first and it just wasn't picking up as much product as I wanted it to, because like I said, most Colourpop products work best when you use your finger. Then going back into that highlight that I used, I'm just applying a tiny bit to my lips to kind of give them like a sheen. Next, it's time for false lashes. I'm just using these lashes that came in a Halloween kit. You'll notice in some of my other clips that it's not really stuck to my eye in the inner corner, but that's because these are really cheap lashes and they were like stabbing my eyeball so bad. And I have really sensitive eyes, but they're just really cool, like long curled white, silver and black lashes, and they worked perfect with this look, minus the fact that they were really uncomfortable, but shh, don't tell anyone. Then I'm using this glue and these little ice crystals that came with this ice cream kit, but you can also use like any kind of glue. Eyelash glue probably would work really well, and rock candy. So I'm just applying glue all over my eyebrow, and then I'm pressing down these little rock crystal things. It was really hard to get it on camera because you kind of have to tilt your head back to drop them onto your face. So I just hit my chin, my forehead, my brows, and where I highlighted. Then I'm using that same white mascara and I'm just hitting my bottom lashes. And then I'm going to spray my hair with some white hairspray, and pretty much this look is complete. That pretty much completes this look. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Alexis and I'll see you next time. Bye!